CropLogic is a New Zealand agronomy services firm. We came out of Plant and Food Research, which is one of the Crown research organisations over there in New Zealand. The company was spun out in around about 2010. It was based upon 30 years of research out of that institute into the way that plants grow, and potatoes in particular. There was a lot of work in potatoes. And essentially what we've done since then is get 6 years worth of field trials around the world and turn ourselves into a true agronomy services firm. Well, currently we're in the US market. We're up there in the Pacific Northwest of the US in Washington State. We've recently made an acquisition up there, and we've got ourselves access to 60,000 acres worth of premium crops. Basically the revenue model for this is one that's reasonably well accepted up there. We charge $25 US per acre per crop. That's on a recurring revenue, recurring basis. The market opportunity in the US, which is our target for a start, we've segmented it down to the size of farms that we're after, which is 1,000+ acre growing operations. And even with that segmentation, we're looking at $1 billion market over there. In terms of world market, again, that same market segmentation, 1,000 acre plus farms irrigated, and we're looking at another $2 billion. So it's actually quite a significant market for CropLogic. I'm the MD. My background has been in telco, ICT, but right before this all started, I grew up on a dairy farm back there in New Zealand. So really this is a bit of a return to roots for me in terms of the blending of telco and telecommunications, I should say, and IT and farming. We've got James Cooper-Jones on board as well. James is based over there in Perth. He's our CFO and our company secretary. James has had a lot of experience already with listing companies, small cap companies on the ASX, so that's where we get that experience. We've got a very capable CTO in Dave Rankin, Dr. Dave Rankin. He was also an owner of a previous business which we acquired a couple of years back. That business was really based around telemetry solutions out there in the agricultural sector, so obviously there's quite a big crossover between what we're doing now and his expertise. And we've got Matt Journey as well, and Matt has got a strong engineering background, previous CEO of the company too, and he's the COO at the moment. Between those guys, I think we've got a reasonably well suited management team. On the board, we're chaired by a man called John Beattie. John is ex-GM at Briley Investments, so a lot of experience there in the sort of M&A type activity that we're talking about now. Steve Hampson represents Powerhouse. Powerhouse was one of the providers of the original seed capital for CropLogic. They've followed on in every round since, and he's got a wealth of experience and obviously represents that large shareholding there. We've also got Peter Roborg. Peter Roborg was with Plant and Food when the company was originally spun out. He's got a lot of institutional knowledge there as well, and again shares a common sort of telco platform background as I do. And finally Steve Wakefield, who's another member of the board. Steve is a partner, or was a partner in Deloitte in Christchurch. Strong investor in his own right, and brings that financial muscle, I guess, to the board representation. If we talk about the 8 million, essentially that's been split down into 3 million for market development, 3 million for research and development, 1 million for IPO costs, and another 1 million for working capital. If we focus on those first two, market development and R&D, obviously we've made this purchase up there in the US market. We've got a large amount of land already under management up there in the US, so we really want to capitalise on that investment. The other part of that, if it's a 50-50 blend, the other 50% is international development. We've had some workings already in China. We've also done trials in New Zealand and Australia, and really what we want to do now is to capitalise upon those and start generating revenue from those countries as well. They're huge markets. And then the other three, research and development, we've got some technology which we need to license out of Plant and Food, or we want to license out of Plant and Food, complementary to what we've done already, and then also spend some money on improving the probe design and pushing that out a lot harder into those areas that we're interested in now.